About 4:43 this afternoon, uniformed officers from the 22nd District, while on patrol, heard gunshots, multiple gunshots, coming from the area of North 20th Street and West Susquehanna. They rushed to that area to see if there was a scene, and in fact, they did find a 35-year-old male who was suffering from multiple gunshot wounds, including gunshot wounds to the abdomen. He was immediately taken by responding officers to Temple University Hospital. Shortly after arrival at Temple University Hospital, that 35-year-old gunshot victim was pronounced deceased. Time of pronouncement was 4:59. Based on what we know so far, it looks like the gunshot victim and another person were involved in some sort of a shootout. And there were other people also in the area, one of whom got into the gunshot victim's vehicle and also sped off. That person was stopped at the hospital, and several other people have been detained there. So at this particular time, we have one person who is dead from this shooting. We have one person, at least one other person, who we believe was a shooter at large at this time. We don't have a lot of information on the description at this time, nor do we have a motive. I'll be more than happy to answer any additional questions if you have any.
If anybody has any information, how do they get in touch with you guys?
If anyone has any information on the identity of persons involved in this incident here at North 20th and West Susquehanna, please immediately contact, and you can do so anonymously, 215-686-TIPS.
Goes to show you, man. It's snowing. Snowing. Nobody's out. You sit back and you see these stories and you realize that these stories play out time and time again. Each day you turn the news on, the story never changes. You see people in the comment section. My cousin got unalived the same way. Same block. Same scenario. Same hospital. Same damn play. It's at a point now where as though you realize that as men, we just killing ourselves. Not we. You see a lot of our guys out here just offing each other over stupidity, dumb. It's like nobody has nothing to live for. Not only don't have nothing to live for, don't have nothing to strive for. They just out here on the block. It is in the 20s. What are you possibly doing at this time at nighttime? It's snowing. Where you going? The club scene is over. Everything is over. So it's like, what is it, a drug deal going wrong? The drug game has been going. The drug game's been messed up. At a point now where as though everything is starting to play out now. It's just stupidity. And this comes from the way people are raised. They raised to not want to do much. When you see people outside and they not doing anything, they don't have anything to live for, they just on the block, it make you realize that, a lot of parents done failed their kids. Not only they done failed their kids, they also at a point now where as though don't nobody really have much to live for. And a lot of times when you don't have much to live for, you kind of look at life and you say to yourself, what reason do I need to go to school? You see how everything is playing out today. People out here going to work, busting that butt, and they struggling. So when kids see their parents struggling, they see all the things that's going on, they tend to think that the drug game and doing all type of illegal activities outside is going to give them that type of leeway to be able to be successful. But what's happening is these kids are leading each other into a burning building, killing each other over stupidness. Girl don't like you, all of a sudden you end up popping the ball up. You know what I mean? Now you going to jail because you done killed your girlfriend's or ex-girlfriend, new dude that was clapping your broad. And now you seeing a lot of dudes just giving their life up, man. Like you seeing so many different scenarios that play out. Even though it might be a little different in your scenario, if you had a relative or a cousin or an uncle that then got unalive, it's normally a couple things. And it's normally either a female, drugs, or a stupid argument that turned into chaos because you would have gang. You would have clicked. We had a point now where as though everything that's happening today is just a bunch of stupidity. And it's sad because a lot of people are falling short on life. Don't nobody really want to really live today. It seemed like that. It seemed like people are just giving their life up and don't even realize what they're doing. It's just that, like, people just like, I clock out, I don't care. And then think about that. They all jump in the vehicle. So obviously they most likely was friends with the guy. And from the sound of it, he didn't say they rushed him to the hospital, but it sounds like they was taking him to the hospital. I don't know. The way the cops sometimes tell the story is like, it seems a little out of place until you get the real story. But other than that, a shootout. So that means a bunch of cats outside. Or get at least 4 to 5 boys, dudes outside, and a situation happens, and now somebody is not here, and now that person is not here. Hopefully they don't have kids. If they do, now you got another child being raised without their father. But along that, you got a couple dudes that's gonna go by street code, fake street code. They're not going to tell. Nobody's going to tell. Then it's going to be a retaliation, or they're going to pull footage, get the guys, and it's the same play over and over and over again. After a while, you get to a point in life where as though you gotta stop. You gotta get to a point where as though you start to look at life and say, yo, it's gotta be more to this than just what this is. One thing I can tell you, moving out of Philly, it's any city. Any city that has a lot of crime will end up pulling you under if you outside all the time. You're going to be pulled in because you're going to contribute to the bull-ish. For people that go to work every day, busting their butt, they fall casualty to these streets sometimes because people think they're easy lick. They end up robbing them, unaliving them, all because that they felt like, hey, I don't want no witnesses, not realizing there's cameras all around. You know, it's crazy, man, where we at today. Just like we had the 3 black boys in, I forgot what state. It wasn't in Philly, but it was in another state. They played UPS drivers. And they end up unaliving the dad, the son, and the mom. Come on, y'all. We at a point now where though I know we try to act like that it's not a race thing, like people just doing stuff, but I'm gonna tell you right now, yo, the way the black culture looks, I know we don't like to look at it that way, but a lot of times, man, I don't know if the picture's just being painted that way, that we see most of it because it's on the news, but it don't look good. It don't look good. It don't. I'm not gonna lie, it don't look good. Even makes other black people be like, yo, I can't be around my own people. You look at these cities, man, you see that they not building these cities up for the people that live there. They building it up for people to move out and for a new generation to move in. Because it seems like the people that live in the inner city don't protect the inner city. They don't protect the streets. They don't clean up the streets. They don't revamp the houses. It's just it runs down. It's sad. Hopefully something could change. Stay up.